Hey guys, Logan, we're up to Season 8, Episode 15 of Criminal Minds. Here we go.
What happened? I thought you were right behind us. I think Emily will get to that. You want me to go get them? Yeah, right.
Oh boy.
You wait here, I'll go get them. Fine. Have another drink while you're at it. Next stop is the pole vault, and they have a strict no prudes.
Next up, you're gonna die.
And get us some wine.
I think. It's always someone like this. Yep. Oh my god. This guy. The cowboy hat. Random stranger. You got a light?
Hey there, cowboy. Got a light?
He's gonna light you on fire. That's what's gonna happen. Jesus.
My friends are probably looking for me.
I can't help it. You're so beautiful. Just had too much to drink.
Of course you did. Get off me.
Hey, come on, just give me a damn second.
No. It's not working. We're through.
I'll say when we're through.
The theory of variation. Time to prove who did the reading. Susan.
Focuses on the universal properties common to a given language.
You're quoting the text. Give me an example.
French.
That's right. This theory looks at the cultural stages a particular language undergoes in order to understand.
I like her. I just
evolution.
miss
Who can tell me the first stage? And
Miss Prentice.
this is when non-native speakers use phrases from the mainstream language in a broken manner, often resulting in an overly literal translation of the meaning.
Avengers Assemble.
It would appear that I'm a variation.
Brett, the first victim, Craig Pickett, he was a student at TU. He disappeared from a fraternity party.
Whoa.
He was discovered in the visitor parking lot just after sunrise. He had been beaten with a blunt object. And then Heather Wilson, she was a veterinarian living in the Old West District.
He had Craig and Heather for less than 12 hours before he killed them. We may already be out of time to save Michelle.
No apparent link in victimology. What troubles me is the variation in the MO.
The speed and efficiency of the abduction suggests one unsub. So is he using weapons of opportunity or specifically catering his murder ritual to each victim?
It's clear.
It's plain old-fashioned jealousy. He kills Craig in a rage and the beast is unleashed. That's when he starts targeting women.
He's killing the woman because of sexual
What's interesting is he dumps the bodies in the same district they're abducted from.
So he doesn't go far, yet he need privacy.
He's a cowboy. I'm gonna title this one Cowboy Slinging Murder.
The world breaks everyone, and afterward, many are stronger at the broken places. Ernest Hemingway.
50% chance.
Oh god, everyone's wearing. Oh, it's Texas.
Never seen anything like this before.
So you're so fortunate.
Oh, that's a puddle of blood. I was like, what just
Michelle
happened?
was still bleeding out when the unsub dumped her here. He was probably with her the whole night.
A large pickup truck or an SUV would go unnoticed in these parts. Give them room to work. Bachelorette party and a speed dating function. Both female victims were in
A
situations
truck
that would
and a cowboy hat. The entire state of Texas is a
The
suspect.
women could have been raged in by rejecting his advances.
And the unsub's use of a blunt object rather than a knife suggested the kill was impulsive. It's probable that Craig and the unsub are connected.
Yeah.
Should take a closer look.
Might
at his
know each
classmates
other
and
or
professors.
Interacted or pissed them off or I don't know.
Took off everything but the watch, just like with Heather Wilson.
No clothes, no earrings, not so much as a hair tie left, but he leaves a watch.
So the watch is key.
It could be a signature.
No, she's not wearing a watch. I didn't think she was.
Established various depths of penetration.
He's targeting your femininity. This type of anger stems from a deep-seated hatred of women.
Or a woman.
Let me show you.
Craig was harder to control.
How did he get the bruising on his chest and back? Yeah, see, he was fully clothed when he was found. There's no tears in his shirt.
He must not have been wearing it when he was attacked.
He dressed him up?
The unsub dressed him post-mortem.
What?
He's showing remorse.
Craig was closer to his attacker than I thought. He was like my brother.
Well, that's rare. My freshman roommate and I didn't get along
Who's that guy?
at all.
My freshman roommates and I stayed together the
You
entire
told police you went
college.
to the game the night after Craig disappeared? What happened after that?
Came back to the campus at a couple of frat parties.
And we're still best friends, and one is still living with me.
I don't really remember. I was drunk.
Any one of these guys could be.
Yeah, that reminds me of another roommate I had at the academy. She used to make me promise her that if something ever happened to her, I'd get rid of anything her parents shouldn't see. What didn't Craig want his parents to see?
He's gay.
You're gonna want to put that with the other things.
Please. You can't tell them.
Scour the victim's social feeds, and I can confirm
Which makes
that
the unsub
you're
gay.
the one who turned up wearing a watch that didn't belong to her.
And he's angry at it, it seems like.
Time is somehow important to the unsub.
But not the right time. None of the watches were accurate. That has to mean something.
Time of death, like only a unsub understands it, notification kind of thing.
No, Garcia might be right.
It happens.
Not about the notifications. The times don't add up, but what if it's a warning? What if he's setting the watches to the time of the next abduction?
Or the time of the death,
6:22.
like she said.
Really hope you're wrong, Spence.
Yeah, because it's past that. What was that?
Oh, come on, don't tell me you've reached the shot stage already.
You're late. Where you been?
Yeah, you brought us stray. He's your friend, Mitch.
This is Doug. He just transferred in from the Boston office, and he is in desperate need of friends.
Is this the unsub?
And not necessarily in that order. Where's work? I need a drink.
Oh, here. Have at it.
Thank you so much. So, what kind of trouble we get into tonight?
Oh, you like trouble.
I think that's the unsub.
Who doesn't?
Craig Pickett was at a gay bar the night he went missing.
Well, that fits with the other abductions. But why would the roommate lie?
Craig hadn't come out to his parents. Will was trying to protect his friend's secret.
Or intentionally obstructing the investigation.
Oh,
No, I don't
piss
think
off,
so.
dude.
Because of the physical brutality he suffered, Will assumed Craig was the victim of a hate crime and didn't want his death becoming a media spectacle.
Oh? What's wrong? Shouldn't have done that. But you're into it. I wasn't. I was at this time. You should go. No, not until you talk to me.
But there comes a point when you just gotta ask yourself, how much longer are you willing to pretend to be someone that you aren't?
Who says I'm pretending? Who says I'm...
There's room for one.
It is a mess.
What a way of struggling with your sexuality. I'm gonna kill people.
I'm a great teacher.
Uh-oh.
Relax, baby. I'm a great teacher.
Uh-oh.
Jesus. Don't touch me. Oh, what the hell? Don't.
Shit.
You're not a victim?
Doug Warren.
Well, this is
From Boston.
him killing him
Lots
is
of Ross here still.
probably a mistake
August up there.
because
Oh, you wearing a watch?
I feel like we can narrow that down a little further.
What time was the body discovered?
About an hour ago, maybe. What?
You know the exact time?
The jogger called it in at 9:04. He was running laps, so the body couldn't have been laying for more than a few minutes.
I don't know what you're doing.
Okay, Okay, you talking about Michelle's watch or Doug's watch?
I'm talking about all the watches. If you take the time the bodies were discovered, subtract the variance the corresponding watches are off by, you land within plus or minus 6 minutes of 6:22 every single time. So stupid, it was literally staring me in the face the whole time. I don't know how I missed it.
Come on, Reed, stop. You're the only person who can realize all
Yeah, you're
this.
the only one that
So
got
what's
it.
622 mean?
I have no idea.
Reed.
All I know is what it says. I don't know what it means.
Jesus.
Well, he used a blunt object again. This kill was just as impulsive as the first.
Were there any defensive wounds under his clothes?
No, but you should take a look.
What?
Could be a manifestation of his guilt, like the redressing.
Or of his self-worth. Maybe he didn't want the men to see him.
He's
His
ashamed.
self-esteem would have been at an all-time low.
Yeah.
But he only reached the low with the men, not the women.
Immediately after copulation, a male's serotonin levels drop from the highs achieved during sex. That rapid change can manifest itself in extreme depression and low self-esteem.
Combined with an apparent belief that acting on his attraction towards other men is wrong.
After killing Craig, the unsub sought out women that he was desperate to be attracted to.
But he's trapped in a scenario with an impossible outcome. He can't force himself to like women, so when he's unable to get aroused, he becomes depressed again and lashes out in anger.
He suffered under the guardianship of a domineering parent, as well as those who fell victim to bigotry or bullying.
Tell her she's beautiful.
I am, Anna.
You're an abomination.
I'm a great teacher.
You're doing it wrong.
I'm gonna make you a real man.
Doug was murdered last night.
What?
Yeah, it must have happened after you dropped him off. He didn't show up for work, and so I went by his apartment, and there were cops everywhere.
What'd you tell her?
Nothing. I came straight here to make sure you were okay.
I'm fine. Fine, I promise.
It sounds like Miss Thing's got something good.
Well, let's see. On this date in 1990, Florida banned the wearing of thong bikinis.
I said good, baby girl.
Okay.
That's not
And
good.
let's see, June 22nd, 1992, Supreme Court ruled Minnesota hate crime laws violated free speech. The defendant burned a cross on the front yard of an African-American family's house.
Many religions suggest that following through on homosexual desires invites condemnation. What if the unsub is struggling with his faith?
Oh.
Garcia, are there any 622 Bible passages that are relevant?
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind, for it is an abomination.
He converted 1822 to 622 p.m., like military time.
And someone citing God's will, he should change.
Military time. I'm sitting here like, how the hell does 622 get 1822?
How could you do it? I mean, you're not going to guilt somebody into that.
Seeing some stuff about an ex-gay movement. It looks like some kind of a 12-step program.
12-step program usually doesn't traumatize the participant.
I got a hit. Camp Willing operates just outside of Austin. Their motto is "It's time to change." And guess which biblical passage is on their homepage?
822. Or 1822. Jeez.
What are you doing in here? I had to use the bathroom. Is this Doug's blood?
It's not my fault.
Not your fault? Whose fault was it, Paul?
Theirs.
Theirs?
Yeah. How could it be their fault? They haven't laid a hand on you in years.
Can't let you leave yet, Mitch. We have to work some things out first.
God.
Our main purpose is to promote positive changes for the conflicted individuals.
And the auto shop aids in conversion how?
We found that immersing the boys in traditional male gender roles stimulates an appreciation of their own masculinity. I know it seems extreme, but you have to remember, our participants are in a fragile state of mind. They come here confused, looking for answers. We show them that the path to redemption doesn't need to be walked alone.
What happens to those who act out?
Advanced therapy under supervision of a senior counselor.
Advanced therapy.
I'm afraid I can't Parents and staff signed confidentiality agreements to protect the parents' right to privacy.
And what about the children's rights?
This seems like
Is
military
there
camp.
anything else I can help you with, agents?
Yes, we
Yeah,
have the list of
and
program participants.
child
dating back the past
abuse.
15 years. All we want are names.
All sense of individuality was stripped away, and these kids were young.
You sure it was the same watch?
The unsub went to that camp. The watch
Yeah.
she put on Michelle's wrist was the exact same model that all the kids were
Hands
wearing.
down.
What do you think was behind that padlocked door?
Oh, that could be
I
anything.
don't wanna know.
I mean, come on, we've all read the stories. The conversion camp was just shut down last year for using electric shock therapy on children.
And then they
Dude,
strip the kids naked
it's
and scream for families
children.
at them.
We need to go back with a warrant.
We're gonna need probable cause.
Well, let's find some.
Yeah,
Because
honestly.
there was more going on at that camp than they let on.
I think very sketchy.
You just need some help.
I've already had help. You remember that?
No, I mean like real help, professional help. It worked for me.
That's not help, Paul.
Did it? Yeah. Me and Josh are coming up on like 6 months now.
I did a little research to see if he was one of the good kids or the bad kids. It turns out that Mitchell's parents, 3 weeks into that conversion camp, they started making private payments to a dummy corp that was shut down 2 years ago for prostitution, as in one prostitute, Isabella Grant. And from the amount of money they were paying her, you have to wonder what morals she wasn't willing to chew up and swallow.
What?
So what are you gonna give me if I talk?
I don't make deals with child molesters.
I didn't molest anyone. I was hired to help those kids.
Being paid to prey on the victims doesn't change anything.
I had parental consent.
The camp told you to make you feel better.
They didn't have to.
Why? Because you didn't care? Or because you'd spoken to the parents directly?
You're a child molester.
There's absolutely no remorse for what you've done. Why should you?
Doesn't change anything.
The smaller the victim, the easier to control.
God,
and that's what it's
that's
all about.
disgusting.
Being control. Your wording says wouldn't hold up in court, not with a child testifying to your abuse. Unless, of course, the abuse damned the parents as well. They were in the room with you, weren't they?
God, what the hell?
Where are you going? What about my deal?
You're not getting a deal.
I thought that maybe those girls could fix me.
Paul, listen to me. You don't need fixing. You just need a little bit of help. Now, please, man, just give me the gun. You know that this isn't the way.
This is the way.
You got it.
I see it. I need you to track who was at the conversion camp the same time as Mitchell Ruiz, and then narrow that to those whose parents made payments to Isabella Grant's dummy corporation.
Only one name matches: Paul Weston. He went to the same school as Mitchell, and his mom was killed in action in Iraq when he was only a tween.
I find out everything you can about Paul and then send the address to JJ and Blake.
Oh, sending it now.
Where are they?
Paul? Get in the hospital. What is going on? You in trouble, son? You don't call me that. You don't get to call me that. Get your ass downstairs. Talk about this, son. We'll talk about it.
Damn.
Paul! What the hell? You gonna kill your dad? He's trying to save you. Save me? Now, take his clothes off.
What?
Take his clothes off. What for? Well, they all thought that they could rape us straight. I think it's time we see if it works the other way around.
What? Dude.
We have to assume Mitchell is with them. The keys and wallet are in the living room.
Get to it already. I can't. I want to go home, Paul, please. He's the one that got us sent to that camp. But I can't. It's got to be you. And then what? It's not going to solve anything. I'm not looking for solutions. I'm just looking to cope right now. This isn't coping. This is crazy. You're starting to sound like one of them. Only one of us is suggesting rape.
Y'all didn't hear the gunshot?
Mitch.
Son!
Jesus!
Don't do it! Don't do it, Paul.
There's nothing left for me here.
Look at his wrist. Track marks.
What happened to you in that camp, Paul?
If you want to live your life according to a single message, go ahead. But try John 13:34 instead. A new command I give you. Love one another.
And there are others being victimized right now that you can help. Wouldn't Mitchell want you to do everything possible to make sure that nobody else suffered your same fate? Come on. Put it down.
I can't get these memories.
Damn.
Kind of madness is swallowing. Have finally seen the light.
Evolution. Who can tell me the first stage? Correct.
What?
Pigeon. This is when non-native speakers use phrases, usually resulting in a overly literal translation.
Oh, God. Dang, now I'm gonna want to go back to that. What? The person was there. Oh my God. So we have 6 victims. 5 technically. The 6th one was... it was an accident. But I don't know. It could go either way. So, what was his name? His friend who was trying to get him to stop and all that. He got shot in the scuffle. There is a possibility that you would charge him, you charge Paul, the killer, with that one. There's also a possibility that that one goes down as just a tragedy because it was a scuffle between someone who was using self-defense against someone who was threatening him with a gun. So it's iffy there, and I will tell you both sentences regardless. All we have is murder. That's all we got. So we have 5 counts of murder, 15 and 25 years. Obviously, it depends on the scenario, 15 to 25. You're looking at, so 5 counts would be 75, and then if you add the other 15 and you want to add the 6th count, that would be 90 at least. So, it's kind of, what do you think? Do you think that, do you want to charge him with the 6 count, or do you want to leave it at the 5 counts? Me personally, it's iffy. I could really see it going either way, and there's definitely an argument for either way. I don't know. I would probably go back and forth on it until I had a couple other people come in and give their opinion, and then maybe I would be able to make a final decision on whether or not that should be a 6 count or 5 counts. Yeah, I really don't know. It's, again, it's up for your interpretation. Some people will say he wasn't trying to kill him. There was no, and you don't even know if he was the one that pulled the gun, or, maybe we can go back and if he was the one that pulled the trigger, I don't know, it was a scuffle between someone who had self-defense and someone who was trying to kill him, and he had no intention of trying to kill him, and that's manslaughter, but it's also maybe not manslaughter because he might have, I don't know. It's up for interpretation. It's very hazy there. I could definitely see 6 counts. I could definitely see 5 counts. So, don't know. Don't know. It definitely was an accident. It's just a question on what kind of accident. Do you consider it as the accident that would invoke manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, or you know, do you take it as it's a tragedy? And tragedies are just, it was, you know, there's nothing you can do. You know, nobody's getting charged. The individual was killed, and it's very unfortunate, and it sucks, but, you know, there's no, he's dead, he's in prison, you know, it was a scuffle like that, so I don't know. Yeah, again, it's up to you. So it's 75 or 90, at least. And then you can add up to 50 to 60 more years. So it could be 75 to like 100 and something, or 90 to 100 and something. Don't know. Up for interpretation. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. This person is still stalking us. Lovely. See y'all next time.